Christian, did you have something to share today?
Sure. I could say a lot of things. I got to take a step back sometimes and watch myself. It's a bit confusing, a lot of things, and I'm going through a lot of healing right now. A lot of emotions, physically also, trying to take everything in and just figure it out. I don't hear anybody speaking about their dreams. I could say a lot about that, but it's really far out, man. I've never been religious or worshipped anything in my life, anything. And if anybody wants to comment and say anything about Jesus Christ to give me a better understanding about why this has occurred in my dreams, what this is about, what I think, it's confusing to me. Can anybody chime in and tell me something about this?
What's your question then?
Yeah. What are these references that I get in my dreams about this? Not lately, but it occurred a bunch of times. That's all I can say at this point. If that's a question or if it's just a saying, I don't know what it is. I'm confused.
Christian, I have a question. Can you give us the executive summary of what that dream is?
Oh, boy. Okay. Let's see. Dreams I had where I was, I guess, a very bright being of light. People were leaders, were blinded by, I guess, my presence. And supposedly, I was helping them evolve, something like that. Just trying to put it all together. Like I said before, I got to take a step back. A lot of things that I say because I'm very new at this, and I'm going through a big healing process. I know nothing is about me, but in order for me to do the things that I know that I want to do, to be part of the team, to help out, to clean up this world, that I have to be completely healed and stop with the multitasking and stuff that I've been doing and try to take it easy and just fully understand really what's going on, because there's, a lot. So I gave it to you in a nutshell, kind of what I experienced on the astral, mental, causal, etherical, real side, trying to figure it all out. That's what I got for you right now.
You may be having a glimpse of the future, as everybody is a real being of light. And as far as you mentioned Jesus, it's what I'm aware of is that he studied with the real guides for a period of time, and he kind of went on his own and started doing these psychic tricks man calls miracles, and it sounds like the Lords of Karma have Jesus in a high etheric plane, but he's not in the real universes. He has a lot to deal with that with that other beings that he had caused confusion with, and so it's just things that we experience here. We're here to wake up all the way. And we've been through thousands and thousands of lifetimes, and one time or another we may have been psychics or kings or beggars or all kinds of experiences. We may have been what we consider here on Earth aliens from other planets at times too. So there's just so much that it's almost endless. Either way is one way to try to look at it. All these experiences that we're having are bringing us to a point where we decide whether we want to keep experiencing this same stuff over and over that we're experiencing in this psych realms, or if we want to test this new you presentation to see if we can not have to reincarnate anymore in this psych realm stuff, this physical, where we'll be free beings of real light.
Thanks, Tim. Ariana, are you able to talk and share maybe something about Christians' experiences? Are you able to talk now, or no? For a while, you're having trouble there. Are you available?
Yeah, I just am coughing a lot. When I was in the corporation, can you hear me all right?
Very good. Very good.
Okay. Yeah, I still couldn't let go of Jesus. And this was a long time ago. So one time I was saying, during the awakened state, I was saying, I want to see Jesus. I want to talk to him. And finally, once in the dream state, I did see him face to face. And I said, Jesus, is it okay if I let you go now? And he said, yes. And that was all. That after that, I really didn't think of him anymore. I let him go.
Wow.
I had a good friend through the corporation, a nice lady friend. And one time I did dream that she and I were nuns together in a past life. And I told her about that, and she just giggled. So we probably were in different stages of being with Jesus, and afterwards still, connected to him for a long time.
It's like tap lines. We get attached to beliefs.
Yeah. I let it go, huh?
I too was told by a psychic. I was in Jesus's time too. I was a follower. Some of the stuff I get from past lives, it comes in. I recognize it, and some times other people tell me, like the psychics. When I used to go see psychics. So this one was from an outside source, but I looked at it and yeah, it could have been, it could have been, because I was a Christian this life. I was a Lutheran in my early days because my parents were, so that's the way I was brought up. And but I was probably with him too in that era, and we might have all been there. We bounce around to where it's going on, different places, and I mean, in those days that may have not been such a big deal compared to some of the other things going on in that era, but it became a big deal because the controllers, created this image of him and the story around him, so they could create this religion around him to control the people. So in those days, it may have been just like, just like any other. There was a lot of prophets and people like him going around, kind of talking, preaching, in those days, from my understanding. So he was just kind of one of the many doing it, and they chose him. So we may have been with him. I may have been with him too. But yeah, when I joined Eckankar, I still kind of had an attachment for a year or two. I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing by leaving Christianity and joining Eckankar. So it took a while to kind of let go of that. I didn't have any particular experiences. It just kind of melted away. And yeah, for those of you that we're talking about Eckankar, that it's a path that Paul Twitchell started in 1965. That's where kind of, where the real guides came out of, or we first got introduced to. But and then I left Eckankar too for a while. I was disgruntled with that during Darwin's time, and I still kept singing a Hugh, which was the word at that time, just in case, I left because of a love interest that she wasn't into it. So in terms of, I wanted to keep the family intact, so I chose the love interest instead of the path of Eckankar. But in the meantime, about 6 months, that fizzled away, and then I came back to Eckankar. But during that time, I still was chanting the Hugh, just in case, because I kind of like left it, I said, but just in case, as insurance, I was doing the Hugh just to keep some kind of connection. So it's natural to keep, until these tap lines fade away. It's kind of natural. It's like a sore or something that it takes a while to heal until, the skin covers, the new cells cover up the injury or cut or something. It just takes a while. It's just natural. Does that help at all, Christian, or does it give you another perspective there?
Yeah, I appreciate everybody, commenting. Every little bit helps. Still a bit confusing. I just started with the new you. I thought it was January 3rd, but I looked back at my notes and it actually was around Christmas time, which is ironic. Wow, it's trying to take it all in, trying to have fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, notice the humor helps. Dwayne uses humor a lot, and it really does like lighten things up, because this place can get pretty heavy. You get buried in the everything that's going on here.
The bullshit.
Have you had a chance to read any of the new books?
I read them all. I read the 9 adventure series books anyway, and many videos. And I'm taking the dream course. I'm in the second month right now. And what was wild was the dream course. I didn't have any dreams. I've really only throughout my life have remembered nothing but nightmares. And the dream course, the night that I read it, is when I started dreaming. And I dreamt for about, I don't know, say 5 days, give or take, like continually. It was like some, I'm going to say acid trip. I hate to use that word, but that's what it was like for me. So I had many, many dreams over this 5, 6 days, whatever it was. Uh, it was a trip. It was, I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was doing so well up to that point, and then bam, everything came crumbling down. I went backwards and I had to relearn all these things, and I was just almost brain dead. And I'm starting to come out of it, repair myself. I'm doing the Jilly Juice protocol, which is very intense if anybody's ever done it. I know, Val, you said you did it, and I saw a video of you cutting up the cabbage and stuff. That in itself is pretty intense, what you feel out of it. The mutations rising to the surface. You're healing from past trauma. You're going through all kinds of things. I've been doing this for 21 days right now, and I keep going in and out, dealing with tap lines, past trauma, vaccinations, all these things, flu shots, everything that I've been through that I know of in the 52 years of my life up till now, this lifetime. I don't know anything about my past lifetimes, only things that Dwayne has told me about different people I may have been, etc. This is, like something I've never experienced in my life that I know of. And it's starting to come in. I'm starting to actually have fun. I talked to Edward, maybe that was a week ago or 10 days ago or something. I was really having a lot of problems then. And I talked to you, Val, a few times. I really appreciate you guys for the talks. It helped me. I was going through a lot, and I can't wait to come out of this and be a part of something much bigger than going through my personal self, what I'm going through right now. And to start having fun, I'm spreading awareness as much as I can on social media. I want to do a lot more other things. I have these really, really cool ideas about stuff, about spreading the good word of the wonderful worldwide educators. I can't wait to do it. Simplifying and cleaning up my life because it was a complete mess. And I've been working on it for a very long time. And I've just taken a lot of steps backwards, and I'm regaining myself. And today, something came back in about 2 hours ago. Past traumas, I take it. And, I'm dealing with dark brats at times, whoever they may be, all of the above. And it's traumatic in itself, But when I'm right, I feel I can be of great assistance, and I really like that. Believing in yourself and feeling really, really good is a great feeling. Having gratitude, being sincere. The humble side of me is the one side that I can't wait till it actually all comes together. And with that said, that's enough for right now to say if anybody else would like to talk.
Well, you're doing great, Christian. You're getting it, full force. I mean, that's probably what you may have signed up for, or maybe they're showing you in a way that you can, get through it maybe quicker, because you're taking it on a lot at one time. So just have patience with it. It'll, we have these cycles, ups and downs. So just bear through it. You hear that with everything else too, with religions and detoxing on Jilly Juice, and it's all kind of there, but it's really worth it because there's nothing else around here that's like this. With the new presentation, what Dwayne's presenting, where else to get this kind of information, and then the guidance too. So it's well worth anything we have to go through. He went through a lot, when he stepped back from the position that he got the Rod of Power in 2001. He went through it a whole lot of hell, and for 3 years until 2007, when he again took on the New Wave is. They called it different name, but we all go through our challenges, but there's nothing else around here like this. I mean, you search the world over, you can't find anything that's being presented here. There's nothing even close. So just encourage everybody to stick with it and be creative. Like you say, Christian, have fun, make it fun. I mean, have some fun with it. It'll balance out the pain and suffering and all that part of it, because there's that too. Todd, you didn't get to say too much. Do you have anything, any experiences or anything to ask or to share?
Well, being married, I usually keep my mouth shut, otherwise I get beaten.
I know, I've been married 3 times. I know.
You did it. Wow. I won't comment on that part.
My God.
I'm not giving you shit or nothing, but I think I would have learned my lesson after the first 2.
Why not? I get it from Dwayne. He keeps at me with, you must have learned a lot, Val, with three marriages about all that. So yeah, I know.
I don't recall too many of my dreams. A couple of them that were repeating when I used to work in the assembly line. I was always chasing the assembly line. That's the only thing I remember about these dreams. I was constantly chasing the damn cars down the line. What the hell that means, I have no clue.
I have an important question if anybody can answer this, if you don't mind me speaking. The topic of music. Does anybody out there listen to music still?
Yeah.
Sure.
You guys listen to music like classic rock?
I've been listening to Enya a bit lately. The Irish singer.
Yeah, I've heard of.
But Christian, let me just go back to Todd just before we go on with the music. The assembly line. Maybe Kevin, you can chime in on that if you have an idea about that. You still here? Yes.
Yeah, I'm still here. Well, the first thing that popped into my mind was that it sounds very much like it's demonstrating chasing ideas in creation. Chasing an assembly line endlessly. That's the impression that I got, and obviously, chasing ideas endlessly in creation will keep you endlessly in creation, sort of thing. So maybe it's that's a demonstration of that. That's what popped into my mind, anyway.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense too.
I like. Yeah.
It's about time that I have to go, but listening to everybody, and if we decide
Come on, don't go.
this is something important in our life, it gives us a real purpose, these projects. But anyway, we'll see everybody.
See you, Tim. Thanks for being on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.
I wish you could stay with us, man.
Well, you can listen to him. He'll be on. We're gonna cut off after we talk to Christian here. Just keep it to an hour, and then Tim's on reading from book 6 on Facebook Live. You can listen to him. But Christian, you go ahead with the music. Yeah, we'll finish off with you here.
Okay. like I'm trying to have fun, and music was a big part of my life. Listening to all different kinds, different genres, and to go out and have fun. And there's entertainment. Like I really liked what you and Dwayne were talking about baseball, because baseball has also been a very big part of my life. So it made me feel good that you guys were talking about that I could actually, watch baseball and appreciate the athletes and stuff like that. And, know that there's a science behind the game, and I can enjoy that. And that's really cool. The music thing, I mean, going to see a band, let's say a Beatles cover band or something like that, is that going to hold me back by going and enjoying myself and going to check out a band? Is that going to hold me back from, in this creation to enjoy myself and do that? That'd be my question.
Well, you probably have the answer. I mean, what makes sense. It's up to you if it holds you back or not. How much you get absorbed in it. Even if you do get absorbed in it, it's if you're consciously present with what's going on. The so-called tap line can be disengaged. You could say, you don't really need it. You can still enjoy things in creation, but at the same time, if you can let them go, then I'd say you're okay. If you're obsessive with it, then it's going to be a challenge there, sticky point. But if you can let things go and still enjoy them, that's fine. Whatever it is, baseball game, a concert, a milkshake, a hamburger, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, enjoy life. Enjoy life when you can. We don't get that much, opportunities sometimes.
Yeah, that really helps to do a little bit of something without getting obsessed about it. Right now, I'm doing such a strict diet. There is no hamburgers or anything like that. It's eggs, it's chicken, nuts. That's the only protein that I have right now, and the rest is fruits and vegetables. So there's no, any kind of sweets or anything like that. I never did really do that, but no, I appreciate that. It really. That's good. Just partake in things as needed, and don't get obsessed with it, and just know where you're at and try to live in the present now.
Yeah, the cool thing is we're not negating anything in creation or anything that we create. It's not about that. Even the bad boys and the bad guys, the evil doers, they have a right to do what they do. It's not about negating things or playing good against evil. It's just becoming more aware. It's just part of creation. That's just what they do. The bad boys, and they're just going to keep on doing it. Not that we can, they're just going to keep on doing it. It's just the way of creation, cause and effect. So nothing's negated. That kind of relieves one of a lot of so-called responsibility. You're not responsible for certain things like, changing the world. We're not here to change the world or save the world. It's by us waking up, that will help other people in a much better way, if they can wake up. And then it's the agreement that makes the difference, agreements and choices that people make. So let's keep it to an hour. Let's sing the new you, and then we'll see you next week, everybody. Thanks for being on. I'll start here. So, new you, Christian.
You.
Ariana.
New you.
Edward,
you.
Kevin,
You.
Todd,
New you.
thanks again, everybody.